Hello everyone and welcome back to Rags to Riches. In the last episode we got all of our summer harvesting done there, and our next big harvesting month is not going to be until October, so I'm going to kind of try to power through the rest of the summer here and get to that next harvest month because I am pretty excited to finish all that up because kind of after once we get all these crops off, we're going to be changing quite a bit of stuff over the winter, I believe, which is kind of some of our field arrangements and everything. So yeah, kind of excited to get to that. So I'm going to try to power through the rest of the summer and get as close to the next harvest time as we can. I'm not quite sure if we're going to be able to do it in this episode because we do actually have quite a bit of other stuff to do between now and then as well. But I am going to do my best to try to get us there. So I'm just going to hop into one of these combines here and head down there because I kind of lied earlier when I said we finished all of our harvesting. We almost did, but I actually forgot about a tiny little piece there. I didn't realize until I was doing the edit actually that I forgot to harvest that little corner of our canola field because I had the AI worker doing that canola field, and of course we have a tiny corner of that field that's kind of separate from the rest, and I forgot to move the worker over there. So I'm just gonna head over there right now and get that finished up. I'm hoping that it's just like I'm not really even gonna need a truck. Actually, there's a little strip right here that didn't get finished either, actually, that I didn't notice before. So maybe I will clean up this little strip, and then that little corner that you can see off in the distance there, I will finish that up as well. I'm hoping it all just fits into the combine and I won't even need a truck. We'll just bring this back down to the yard and dump it directly into the bin there. And then after that, I think we are going to go back to our poplar field and get that kind of replanted because yeah, we got that all harvested in the last episode, and there's a bunch of damage in that field from a tornado, so we are going to have to replant a bunch of that. Okay, well, we got that little bit of canola finished up there, so now we are actually done the summer harvest. So we got another few thousand liters of canola there, so we are up to 59,000 liters total. So yeah, we have lots of oil producing stuff. So we're probably pretty good chance we're going to end up just selling some of that directly because yeah, we just do not have the capacity in our oil mill to be able to process all of that stuff. So I'm actually probably going to go through, I've been meaning to do it, but I haven't quite got around to it yet, but I kind of want to go through and do the math and see if there's much difference between like all of the different oil producing crops, like there's the canola and the sunflowers and the olives that we're doing right now. So I'm going to see if there's much difference in like the differential between like how much you would get for just selling them versus how much you would get for turning it into oil and then selling it. Because it does increase the value, or at least it should, but I'm not sure if it like increases at all by the same rate or whatever. So I just want to see if there's one that might be better than the other ones. Because yeah, we're going to have to make a choice at some point because I don't think we have enough capacity to do all of them. So we're probably going to have to narrow it down to maybe one or two. And I would like to keep the olives probably running through there, but I don't know if it's worth more to just sell them directly and maybe do the canola or the sunflowers through the oil mill. We could do that as well. So yeah, I am going to look into that more, but yeah, for now, I think we need to replant this poplar field right here because yeah, we just got it harvested. So I want to get it planted back this month because it is going to start to grow again from all of this stubble stuff. Normally you only have to plant poplar once, but because this field did kind of get wiped out by a tornado, so we have a bunch of missing patches, as you can see in here. So I am going to have to go through and replant all of this. So we already brought the tree planter down here earlier, and it is ready to go with a pallet of poplar on there as well. And we are probably going to need more than one pallet here, but the store is not too far away, so if we need to, we'll just run down there and restock it. So yeah, the only thing that's going to be kind of a pain, I don't think I'm going to be able to get the AI to do this at all, because the way that planter works, it kind of like acts like a plow. So it kind of plows ahead of where the planter part is, and then it plants the poplar in behind the plowed part. So if you're planting into like a line like this, wherever you stop, it will leave like a dead patch because it's kind of plowing ahead of where it's planting. So yeah, you can't really stop in the middle anywhere. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to kind of start kind of at this end and then just kind of work my way this way. So we're going to have to kind of go over and kind of replant a lot of this stuff just because I'm going to have to do it in like full rows in order to avoid any gaps. So yeah, like even if we were to try to get rid of like this hail patch, I'd almost have to like start here and then take it like all the way to the end of the row. Because we could kind of go through and just stop right here, but then we'd have like a line of a gap where the plowed part wasn't planting. So yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. I'm going to kind of start this way and just kind of work my way up to the end there and then kind of back up and kind of redo it because I don't want to stop down at this end because otherwise, like if we're going this way, we'll have to go all the way to the end and then yeah, we basically have to replant over all of the stuff that's already done, which we don't really need to do. So yeah, I think it's going to be kind of a pain. We're going to have to go that way and then back up and then start down here and go that way again. But I think that's still going to be the most efficient way to do it in terms of saving poplar anyway. So yeah, I guess I will just get hooked up here and get to work planting this field because I think it is going to take a while. It is a pretty tedious process. If I remember from last time, it was quite a while ago that I had to do it before, but yeah, it did take a long time to do that whole field. Luckily, we don't have to do the whole thing again, but even that amount there that's that we can see is probably going to take a while. So yeah, there's quite a bit of damage in this field. So yeah, I'm not quite sure where exactly to start here. I mean, I'm sure we're going to have to end up overlapping quite a bit of stuff anyway, just the way this works out, but we'll try to do it as little as possible. So I think I am going to set up the steering assist lines, and I'm going to put them like as small as possible, I think. Or actually, I can't remember what I ended up with as the optimum spacing last time. That looks a little too narrow, if I remember right. I probably should have went back and looked at this, but what happens if we go to a meter? Yeah, I'm not quite sure. That might work. I'm going to kind of see. I might adjust it once we get going here, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's probably going to take a while, so I guess I will see you on the other side of this this field here. Okay, well, pretty much got this done. It's not perfect, but I don't know if it's ever going to be perfect. Oh, what happened there? Oh, I forgot I was in third person there. So yeah, there's still like a few little spots like this, but yeah, just the way, I don't know, this thing is kind of frustrating to use. Just because like the rows don't always kind of line up with where it looks like they should be. And I noticed something else interesting too, like as I was going along, like the rows that it puts down don't quite line up perfectly with the GPS lines. So I noticed like down at the far end there, when I'd start planting, like the row of poplars would be like slightly to the left of the GPS line. And then by the time I got all the way down to this end, the row would be like slightly to the right of the GPS line. So yeah, it was causing some weird things where like it would kind of step over in the middle of the row or kind of near the end of the row. So yeah, it would, I think that's kind of what happened here is that it kind of started to step over. And so it was kind of like plowing the one side because there was poplar here, there was stubble here, but yeah, because the rows don't quite line up perfectly with this thing, it would like plow on the far side, but wouldn't quite plant like the new row in the place because I don't know, it just seems like like it's not quite lined up perfectly, and like these poplars kind of want to like snap to a grid, but then I think because the grid that I'm doing this time is like slightly not quite aligned to what I was doing last time. I can't remember exactly what like what width I had it on last time, or I think I did it in a different direction last time. So yeah, the things don't quite line up perfectly. So yeah, I don't think there's any way to get it perfect without completely redoing the entire field, which I did quite a bit of the field already, as you can see. Ended up replanting more than I intended, but yeah, it's still not perfect. But yeah, I don't think we could possibly get it perfect because even like it leaves a pretty big gap when you start or when you stop a row. But even like starting the rows, like it sometimes leaves a little bit of a gap. And yeah, I wouldn't be able to fix it without like going back and doing like the entire row again. So yeah, that's just gonna have to be good enough. But yeah, we did get most of that fixed. Kind of got the most of the tornado stuff fixed and a couple of the hail spots pretty much fixed up. So yeah, it's quite a bit better than it was here. So but yeah, this is probably the worst possible field that could have got hit with that tornado because yeah, it is so tedious to replant. So hopefully we don't take too much more weather damage on this field because yeah, that took like, I'd say over an hour and a half of real time just to do that planting. So yeah, I was getting pretty sick of that at the end because it is pretty tedious as well, just kind of going up and down one row at a time, or I guess it kind of does like two rows at a time. But yeah, it's pretty slow going with that one. So anyway, I guess I will hop into here. We'll get this tractor fired back up. I'm going to drop these, the little bit left, or a little bit of poplar that I have left. I'll probably just throw it in our shed over there somewhere, or maybe beside our wood chips there. But we'll drop this off, and then I'll take this fork thing back down to the store, drop that off in case we ever need it again. I kind of forgot I had this thing. I haven't used it in quite a while, but it came in handy for that for sure. So I'll go drop all this stuff off. I'll take that the tree planter back down to our wood lot, and then I think we might top up our sawmill again as well because yeah, I'm pretty sure it's time to do that. It has been quite a while. I haven't quite double checked, but I'm pretty sure probably needs to be done. So I'll just get this opened up here. And I'll get this pulled in here. I'm not quite sure where I should put it, but what if we just go like this? I think there's a way to unload this pallet here somewhere. Yeah, like that. Okay, well, I mean, that's probably going to be kind of in the way, but that'll be fine for now, I guess. And did I get myself trapped in the corner here? Okay, we can get out of here. So, yeah, I will drop this stuff off and then meet you back down at the woodlot here. Okay, made it down to the woodlot here, and apparently I forgot to turn our long planks back to storing there, or to distributing, so that they would stay inside there because they're coming out. So yeah, it's kind of annoying when I forget to do that because it makes it a little bit more of a pain to collect the wood chips, but not a huge deal. But yeah, we are down to 17,000 liters of wood, so we definitely need to top this thing up this month. So we'll leave that Valtra down there. That actually needs to be repaired and refueled. Because that took quite a long time on that poplar field. Did quite a bit of damage there, so I'm actually looking, and this tractor probably needs to be repaired as well. So Might do that after we finish up here, but yeah, I'm just gonna use this thing in the winch, and we will start hauling down a few more oaks here. And a few people have kind of mentioned that it would be cool to see some other type of forestry stuff, because yeah, this method is pretty efficient. Like, these oaks are just so good, like they grow so fast and they're worth such a large amount of wood that it just makes it really easy to keep that thing topped up there, just dragging them down there. And I did try a few of the other like yarder type machines, and I really found this setup to be the best. It is kind of annoying having to like chop off the branches because these oaks are slightly heavier than the weight limit of the winch there. But overall, like, even having to do that, it still seems to be the fastest way to get them down there, because there is like that other yarder that does have like the 10-ton winch, but it's just like not as fast as the Vultra. So even though you can do it without chopping off a branch, it still takes longer to actually haul down there. Especially if you're going from like one of the further away lots. Like, we haven't even done this far lot, but some of those trees back there might take a while to drag down there with one of those slower yarders. So yeah, I did try a few different ways, and this is like the best way to do it, I think. At least the fastest way to get large amounts of wood into that sawmill. But yeah, it would be kind of nice to try some of that other stuff. Like, I haven't tried any of those feller buncher machines or anything like that, because they don't really work with these oaks. They need to be like the pines or the spruce, or I guess there's no spruce in this in 25 yet, as far as I'm aware, but the pines anyway. You can use the feller buncher type machines with, and they do look pretty interesting. I would like to try some of those, so I'm actually kind of thinking after we finish clearing out this section, I might plant a bunch of lodge poles in here because they're not worth quite as much wood, but it would be, I think, just for the experience of trying a different type of forestry equipment, using some of those feller buncher machines. We could try them out and see how that goes. So yeah, I think that's kind of the plan for the future. It's going to be a little while until we get all these trees cleared out, but we're starting to get there, because yeah, as you can see over here, like, these ones are getting pretty big as well. So like, I think by the time we clear out this section, this next section should be ready as well. And then that doesn't even include that back section back there. So yeah, these ones are going to be growing up well before we actually run out of the other ones that are already growing up. So yeah, I think we have plenty of space here to be able to start a second tree type as well. And then yeah, that'll just kind of give us a little bit something different. I'll try out one of those other machines here at some point, or maybe a couple of those other machines. But yeah, for now, I think we're going to have to keep doing it this way, just because there's a whole bunch of other stuff that I want to buy as well. And those feller buncher machines are a little bit expensive, but yeah, we definitely need to keep this wood going, because that is one of our main money makers still. So we'll just get a few of these trees chopped down and drug over there. And then we're probably going to have to run back and check on our animals. And we still have a couple other things we need to do this month, like get that straw baled up, and I think we need to go fertilize that poplar field as well. And oh, actually, we have grass to harvest as well. So yeah, still actually quite a bit of stuff we need to do this month, but yeah, I better get to work then, I guess. Okay, we got that done. That was just about perfect. We are just under 140,000 with that last tree that went in there. So we have a bunch of branches and stuff laying around there, but probably not even going to bother with those. I think we'll just kind of mulch them up at the end once we're all done. Because yeah, most of them are just kind of not worth very much at all. Only a couple hundred liters. So yeah, like this one is like 600 liters. So yeah, the amount of time it takes to collect all these is just not really even worth the amount of wood that you get out of them. But I did notice at least that this thing in the bottom right is fixed now, where it actually has the mass under the mass instead of the volume. So that is pretty handy to be able to see again. Although there's still some weirdness going on there. Like, I don't know if this was always the case, but it says like working width is 597 liters. And then I thought there was something else weird too when I was looking at these. Maybe it was the standing trees. Oh yeah, it says working width as well, and then it gives the volume. So yeah, they fixed the mass part, but the volume is still like under the wrong label, which is kind of strange. But I'm going to just run this tractor back to the yard quickly and repair and refuel it, and then I'll bring it back down here. And then, yeah, I will see you back at the yard in a second because, yeah, we have some more stuff that we need to do here. Okay, well, I got both Valtras repaired and washed up and refueled. It's the first time using that new fuel tank, actually. First fuel out of there, so didn't use very much of it, so that one should last us quite a while. Pretty happy to have that that big fuel tank there. It was like 25 grand to fill it up or something, but should last us quite a while. Shouldn't really have to worry about it, so yeah, I'm just heading down to our grass field over here because as you can see, it is ready to go. So I'm just going to run over here and hook up to the mower here. And yeah, I think I'm gonna just start going, and I think I'm just gonna get everything done and kind of try to put it all into one time lapse. That's kind of my plan right now. We are going to be doing this field to silage this time because we currently have a lot of hay. So yeah, I'm just gonna get it mowed up, and then we will grab the other little tractor there, that new Fendt, or it was a Fendt, right? Can't even remember now. But yeah, well then we'll just get it. Actually, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to bother windrowing it, to be honest, because I think with that new fast baler, like it's going to be fast enough. It's not really going to make much of a difference. So yeah, I'm probably just going to mow it and then bale it and then go along and wrap everything afterwards. So it shouldn't take too long. So we will just get this mower unfolded here, and I'll set up some lines. I actually haven't mowed a field myself in quite a while, I don't think. Let's go with 2 headlands. We'll make it a little bit easier to turn around at the ends because we do kind of have some bee boxes close to the edge of the fields in some spots. So we'll just get lined up here, and I guess we'll start back as far as possible without smashing into our shed here. Okay. Get her fired up. And we should be able to start going here. And yeah, we'll get all this grass turned into silage. And yeah, I'm just realizing I don't know where I'm going to put it because I think our bale shed is fairly full still. We've used a few bales since last time, but I mean, we only had room for like 4, and we've probably only used maybe 10 since then, if that. So yeah, we're definitely going to run out of room in there after this harvest. So yeah, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put all these silage bales, but I mean, I guess we don't technically have to stack them right now anyway, so probably not a huge deal. I'll figure out something to do with them. But yeah, I guess I'll just get all this silage done. Okay, we got all those bales done. Got everything mowed and baled up, and all of our silage bales wrapped, so should be ready to go. But yeah, I think I'm just going to leave them here right now. Actually, let's pop down to our yard here. And I want to go take a quick look at our shed here and see how much room we actually have. Because I don't think there's very much space in here. Okay, we only actually have room for 4 bales left. I thought I had refilled the TMR since then, but apparently not. So yeah, we only have space for 4 in there. So yeah, there's definitely, I don't know how many, there's probably 40 to 50 bales of silage out there now. And then I don't know how many we're going to get out of this field, another 20 straw bales or something out of here probably. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to figure out another place to store these. Maybe another shed or something, but I'm gonna think about that for a little bit. So we'll just leave those bales out in the field there. It won't really hurt anything. So yeah, we are getting to the end of the day here, the end of the month. We're almost done everything we need to do. Not quite though. We still have a little bit of fertilization to do. We still have to bale that other field right there. That shouldn't take very long though with that baler. It's pretty quick. But I'm just going to run over, I guess I could have just switched vehicles into this AgroStar here, but it is still over in our other grass field here. So another couple months, this field's going to be ready to go again. We're probably going to be planting this field to something else next year, but for now it's grass. So we might as well I think we'll get one more harvest out of this field before the end of the year there. So we'll definitely do that. And then we'll probably be replanting it next spring. But we'll have to see. So I'm just going to run down here with our fertilizer spreader, and we still have quite a bit of fertilizer in here, so it should be enough to do what we need to do. I think I'm just going to quickly fertilize up our poplar field here. It needs another pass. So we'll just get down over here and better get our lines set up here. So yeah, it's not going to take very much at all. So we'll just get lined up here, and then yeah, we'll just go like this, and then yeah, I think we're going to be getting ready to replant these 2 fields fairly soon. One was barley and canola over there, but I'm thinking, I haven't 100% decided yet, but I'm thinking I might actually convert both of those fields. Or well, convert like the canola field over to barley as well. So we might plow down the middle of those and just make one big barley field over there. Because yeah, as I was saying before, we kind of already have more oil crops than we need, but we could use a little bit more in terms of the grain crops. And we did have that other field down in the south there that was oats this year that we just harvested in the last episode there. But I think that field is going to get converted over too. That one's going to get changed. So yeah, we are going to need some different other grain somewhere else. So yeah, I'm thinking for now, we're probably going to convert all that into one big field. And then I have some other plans as well for, yeah, changing up some of our fields here. Our corn field is probably going to get converted into a grass field. And then our current grass field is probably going to get converted into something else as well. I haven't 100% decided what I want to put over there, but we have that like grass field and then the 2 sunflower fields that are kind of surrounding it. And I think what we're going to end up doing is just combining all 3 of those into one big field of something. So yeah, then I think we're going to move all of our grass production down to the south there, because I am going to be building some more cattle barns over there as well. And so I kind of want all of the grass right in that same area just to make it kind of easier to transport and everything. So yeah, that is kind of the plan. So yeah, we're going to be converting the fields just ahead of me right here. And yeah, switching up a bunch of stuff. I haven't 100% decided with anything yet, but I kind of have a plan. So we'll be talking about it eventually here. Where's our next line? There it is. So yeah, I'm probably going to I'm not going to go over in super detail what I'm planning to do right now. We'll kind of talk about it more as we get to it. Just because, yeah, partially because I haven't 100% decided what I want to do, but also just because I don't want to sit here and ramble about potential future plans if they're going to be changing or whatever. But I just wanted to double check and make sure we got all of that fertilized. Yeah, that should be good. I think all the stuff that got destroyed by the tornado last time is still fertilized, but we did get one layer of fertilization on that field as well. So we will have to come back next month, I believe, and refertilize. I'm not quite sure whenever the next growth stage is, but yeah, pretty sure we're going to be combining these two fields. So I don't mind telling you about that one, and then probably be combining all three of these fields into one field as well. And I'm not quite sure what I want to do down here, but I actually noticed, I didn't realize before when I was doing it, I kind of assumed that this land just went to this creek here. So you can kind of see along this field that we plowed in before, it's kind of white or kind of wiggly here, but that's because there's a creek that kind of runs through through this area. So I assumed their land just kind of went to the edge of the creek, but I was looking at it again and I realized that our land actually goes way over here. So it might be actually easier. Let me just turn this off for a second. I know I kind of just said I wasn't going to talk too much about this, yeah, I don't want to do too much, but if we just go, where are we here? Okay, yeah, there we go. Lost my bearings there for a second, but yeah, this is our cornfield right now. But I think I'm going to put more cattle barns, or probably, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. There's probably going to be 2 cattle barns though in this area right here. And so I want to turn all this into grass. And then I'm probably going to plow up this area as well and turn this into grass because like their land goes like basically right to the edge of this plant. So there's actually quite a bit of extra land on the other side of this creek that we could convert as well. So that's kind of the plan. And then I'm hoping this is going to be enough grass to do what we need to do, but not quite sure. We might end up taking part of this field as well and converting that into this grass field. And then we're probably going to end up combining all of these into like one cotton field or something like that as well. So yeah, we'll see how the cotton harvest goes this year. We have a couple more months to do that. Actually, I was looking at it and I originally thought it was going to be in October because that is the first month that cotton is ready. But there's 2 months that you can plant cotton, and I didn't plant that field myself. I bought it as cotton, and I actually went and looked at the growth stages, and it looks like it's actually not going to be ready in that first month. They must have planted it in the second month that it was possible, so it's actually not going to be ready until November. So we will have a few other things to do in October, like all of our sunflowers are going to be ready, our soybeans are going to be ready, our olives are going to be ready. I think we'll have another grass harvest to do in October as well, or maybe, no, the grass might be in November. I can't remember, but yeah, then the cotton is going to be in November, but yeah, I think we are going to expand that field, do more cotton because, yeah, somebody pointed out something that I hadn't really thought too much about, but the fact that you can just kind of set a worker with a cotton harvester to go, and they will just be able to kind of complete the whole field on their own. I hadn't really considered that too much before. Like, I guess I kind of realized that, but hadn't really thought about how much of a difference it would be. But yeah, in the last episode there, when I was doing a bunch of that grain harvesting, it was actually kind of getting a little bit annoying because I couldn't get very far before I would have to kind of run down with a truck and unload one of those combines. So I couldn't do a whole lot myself. I was mostly just kind of running the truck around between the combines. So yeah, the ability to just kind of set a worker to go and it will just kind of unload the bales on their own as they go could make a big difference. And I was originally not thinking that would be a big deal because I don't want to just leave a worker to do it and then not pay attention to it. Just because like with this playthrough or whatever, when I'm recording it, I kind of like to do it myself so I can show you guys. But it might be pretty handy for when we're doing like really big fields. Like if we convert this whole area or a lot of this area over here to cotton, and then if we have multiple harvesters going, I can just run one harvester myself and we'll have a worker, or maybe eventually we could even have more than one going. And yeah, have multiple workers working on the same field at the same time, and then I wouldn't have to continually stop to unload them. We could all just kind of go until the field is done. So yeah, thinking about that, that I hadn't really considered before, it might make sense to actually convert a lot of our acreage into cotton, or at least a lot more than we're doing currently. So yeah, that is kind of the plan for the future. But we'll see how this fall's harvest goes, and then I'll kind of decide how much land I want to do into cotton. But yeah, chances are we are going to be doing some major kind of switching up of our fields and our crops, probably starting next spring. But Yeah, once we can't really do too much until we kind of finish harvesting everything. But we do, because we will have to plant barley again fairly soon. Yeah, barley is going to be up in September. So even before our next planting season, or our next harvest season, I mean, or our next harvest month in October there. So yeah, we'll have to, I guess we could technically plant the barley in October, but I kind of like to do it the first month that's available if possible. So yeah, we'll have to probably plow this one in, and we'll do this entire field as barley. And then this one is going to kind of get converted into different stuff as well. So I'm hoping, yeah, I'm not quite sure how the acreage works out, but I'm hoping just this field is going to give us enough grain to keep our flour mill, or our grain mill producing flour year round. But if not, we'll have to play that by ear, because we do still have a little bit of extra acreage. Like we have this piece of land down here, and then this piece of land right here that we could do as grain crops as well. So yeah, we'll play it by ear, but I'm hoping to kind of combine some of our fields, get into some kind of bigger fields, and yeah, just kind of try to optimize our production all around, because be nice to kind of continue to use our productions, because yeah, we definitely have that oil mill maxed out and still have a lot of extra. So yeah, definitely going to be converting some of our oil crops into kind of flour producing crops, and maybe some other stuff into cotton as well. And yeah, we'll get those cotton production set up down at that piece of land as well, like our spinnery and what's the other one, the tailor or something. But yeah, I have to look into those a little bit more and decide exactly what I want to do with that. But yeah, anyway, I've been rambling on here for a little bit, even though I said I wasn't going to. But yeah, that's basically all I had for this episode. I was hoping to get a little bit further, at least advance into the next month, but we still have a few things to do. Like we have to feed our cattle, I think, before we can move on, and we still have to bale that stuff up. Or, I mean, I guess we don't technically have to bale that this month. We could let that wait, but yeah, there's a couple more things we still have to do before we can move out of this month. So yeah, I think I'm just going to end this one here, and then hopefully in the next episode, we'll be able to just kind of advance right through to October. To be able to start harvesting again, because yeah, there's not going to be a whole lot else that we need to do in the next couple months here, because we're pretty much wrapped up for most of what we need to do for a couple months. So yeah, I just wanted to give another huge thank you to all the members. We've had a couple more people join recently. I think you probably didn't get called out in the last time lapse there with the members list, because I think you joined after I edited that video. So you will be in the next one. But yeah, we have had quite a few people join already, actually way more than I expected. So yeah, I just want to give a huge thank you to everybody that has joined so far, and thank you to everybody else for watching the videos. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again soon in the next one.